Be who you are, not who the world wants you to be. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Well, since I've seen you last, we've seen the price of Bitcoin dip a little bit below $10,000. Seems like it's been our line of resistance. We keep hitting it. We know the more we hit the line of resistance, the more likely we are to break through. We have back coming up in 2 days. Everybody is bound to determine that this is going to make the Bitcoin market move in one direction or the other. Time tells with these things. You know, we're saying that we could see possibly as much as 35% of a drop or as much as 55% as a gain. I personally got my Bitcoin tucked away in my hardware wallet where I have my private keys. So I personally own my Bitcoin and have all that monetary sovereignty power. So let Bitcoin do what it's going to do, and I will weather the fallout, whether it makes me money or if I just have to hodl a little longer. And you know who's down here in the bunker with me? My co-host, Sammy.
Good evening, everyone.
So, you holding on to that ledger down here in the bunker, Sammy? Or you think that we're going to get a 55% gain here and you're going to get a new car out the deal or something?
First off, I don't have a lot of material wants. We'll just
really?
go with that. Nope. I mean, and Hello Kitty is super cheap from Japan or China. So, I mean...
there's a reason that you're my girl.
And, I mean, yeah, of course I'm down in the bunker. I mean, just in case. You never know. We'll hodl together.
We'll hodl together if we drop down.
Yep.
I mean, it'd be a good spot to start accumulating again, right? I mean, the tendency is that there is a bull market coming, if we're not already in the early stages of it, right? So we usually see that the bull market multiplies Bitcoin by factors, right? 2x, 5x, 10x, depending on, you know, what time frame you're looking at. So if we're looking at Bitcoin multiplying by factors, I'm not going to take any chances. I'm not going to do anything but keep holding on to the Bitcoin I have, because I know as that price goes up, it's going to be even harder to go ahead and accumulate it.
Well, Vention is here.
Vention, my
Hi,
buddy.
Vention.
Man,
And
I'm glad
says,
that you're here.
Lambo.
I definitely would have to be pushing her more towards the Tesla. I think that that's the next phase we should get going here with everybody in the cryptocurrency space. Tesla. But, you know, Samantha's actually really liking these BMWs.
That one was just, it's a very sturdy
little car that goes vroom vroom for you.
Yep. But
and
it's
there's
not,
there's a little DTC button when you get stuck in the sand.
Although I have gotten stuck where it doesn't matter, and it is very low profile for out here with, I mean, potholes and dirt everywhere. Yeah.
We'll get you the big lifted truck.
You just go like Tokyo Drift style, and it's the BMW just with the weird kind of lifted beef tires.
Right.
Yeah.
So is anybody else joining us this evening, or is Vention just hanging out with the party as we're about to kick it off with some of the news?
Vention says, "Oh, I hate BMW drivers."
And that's Sammy too. She's the slow one.
I am. Yeah.
Somehow she can get to work in an hour, but it always takes her over an hour to get home. And she says the traffic. It's like if the traffic's the same in the morning, people are commuting to work at the same time you're commuting home.
Oh, he says they're pretty aggressive up here. You know, like my one, she is a younger friend because she's in her mid-20s, but like her joke is, "Come on, grandma." Like, I take a long time to do anything.
All right. Have we killed enough time yet? Should we start digging into some of this news?
Why not? Vention's here. That's all that matters.
All right. Well, pretty much, I thought we'd talk about what the Fed's doing right now and how they're printing money. We seen Crypto Daily do a video on this yesterday. So we're looking at the Fed has been printing billions of dollars over the evening to help relax the fact that the interest rates of the overnight markets has been as much as 5x. Right. They're saying they haven't really printed any money in a decade. So.
Oh, back when the recession-ness was. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I guess if you'd like to use that as an indicator, but they're they printed 75 billion, then they printed on Friday, they printed another 75 billion on Thursday, we've seen another 75 billion on Wednesday, and we got 53 on Tuesday. So that's about $278 billion. That's more than the entire cryptocurrency market cap combined. If that just goes to show you how early days this is.
They're poofing more money out than...
Well, they don't want to run on the bank. They don't want people trying to go to the bank, get funds for Christmas, and spend it at the stores and all of that, and there not be enough cash, so there's a liquidity problem.
Ridiculous.
To me, it just sounds like that they were trying to eliminate the amount of cash that was out there in circulation over the last 10 years. That they were trying to force people into a digital sense, trying to have less untrackable money.
Yes, for everybody. Oh, just link your debit card. Oh, just direct deposit. Oh, just
Just Venmo, just PayPal.
Yeah, Cash App, all of the like hundreds. Oh, just work for Uber or Lyft or whatever and get paid electronically. Bam, done. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like physical cash, although it is easier to get robbed.
Something about holding a big knot of cash in your hand, right?
With the bands.
Yeah, with the rubber band, you got rolled like you've been dealing drugs for a month.
Your pimp stack.
Your pimp stack. So is there anybody in the chat? Is anybody all right with this? I mean, I don't know. The Fed's printing all this money. They're handing it over to the banks. I'm not getting any of it. I don't see my bills getting less. I don't see the price of gas cheaper or milk or bread.
Minimum wage didn't go up.
Minimum wage didn't go up. So they're just going to mess it up. I mean, right? That's the inevitable. That's the whole bad money. I don't know. Let's just ring up the credit cards. Forget it. Forget about it.
Oh, that was the 80s. Like all of the 80s. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody went bankrupt in the 80s.
Well, they've recovered and they're back.
The baby boomers are still here. I mean, I don't know. It seems inevitable that at some point somebody's going to be like, okay, so enough is enough. Just like, oh, Lord, the presidential candidate, homeboy, Andrew, whatnot, crap, Yang, Wang, one of those. He is pro-cryptocurrency. Like, when you actually listen to some of his stuff and his stances on things and his little, like, political debates, I mean, at some point there is going to be somebody who's just going to be like, screw it, man. Like, this is not working. And we just have to, I'm just afraid that, like, remember when we were in middle school and they tried to do the whole metric system where they were like, screw it. Like, everybody needs to be on the same crap. Like, why are you so special? And it didn't work.
I don't know. But then at the same time, they've taken away the Pledge of Allegiance and they've taken away cursive writing.
Yeah, and like any mention of God or Bibles or any of those things in any way.
So, I don't know. Change isn't always for the good. I mean, it'd be more likely that you'd see some form of centralized currency, you know.
Yes, we have the Libras and all of the Venezuelans and the Iranians and the what countries of currencies. Oh, God, could you imagine if we're all like in a coin? Like the Akon coin? Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That would suck.
Man, I earned 200 Akon coins today. How about you?
Man, my job only pays 20 Acorns. What? Yes. Bad. Horrible. Okay. So, our Rafterman is here.
All right. People have joined us. Thank you.
He gave us a $2 super chat and says, misses us.
Oh, I'm glad. That's amazing. You know, we missed you guys too. We were trying to...
And you haven't been in a chat in a while, our Afterman.
It has been a while. I was busy, right? I've been busy the last couple of days trying out something new. And of course, it was another failed venture, right? Another person that would like to extort the amazing capabilities of Eugene to make them a bunch of money while they hand me nothing.
I mean, you did make money.
I did make money, but
We've actually done jobs where it was questionable on if there was going to be money at the end. Those ones are the worst.
Yeah, I don't know. The ideal of working for someone else and them growing a business on my skill and hard labor doesn't sound very promising
Like, why don't I
at an
just
hourly rate.
do my own business on my own skill and hard labor? Oh. That only benefits me and my family and friends. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
All right, it's just mentioned in our Rafterman. Continue.
Okay. I do have one more thing. This leads into a lot of different questions, a lot of different aspects that we've been talking about on the channel for a while now with our dark web episodes, with talking about anonymity and privacy. So we have a research paper coming out from, I would say,
Qatar?
Qatar, Qatar. Qatar? I don't know. Qatar University. And they're talking about real world examples where they're able to go ahead and link people's identities from their Bitcoin wallet addresses to Twitter and Bitcoin Talk, and that Bitcoin is breaking down the Tor browser because people are assuming that Bitcoin is anonymous when there really is no anonymity to it anymore. It was pseudo-anonymous, but due to a lot of the regulation and KYC, the computers are just replacing addresses with names and then linking them together and then determining the wallets and then performing chain analysis on it. And they know where everything's going.
Yeah, they know Sally paid Bob, and then Bob paid George, and then George paid Mike. Yup.
Right. So what is the name of this paper here? Denanonymizing Tor hidden service users through Bitcoin transaction analysis. I mean, that kind of just says all of it.
I mean, that is the downfall of blockchain and how everything is on a ledger, and you can always publicly see the ledger. And it just sucks that, yes, like they've gotten the cipher to it, and now they can be, yeah, no, we can find you anyways. Because if you've ever registered at any exchange, if you've ever whatever, we could find out who you are. And then we can continue to trace it from there.
In the article, they were saying that pretty much you should just assume that whenever you are posting a Bitcoin address, it's compromised. And if you work under those assumptions, then you'll be able to protect your anonymity. Through your regular web browsing is what we're talking about. Because they also talked about that people are thinking that they can use these Tor browsers and go onto social media sites.
Right.
And that's, as soon as you go onto social media sites, you've lost your anonymity with the Tor browser. And then they're saying that they're then linking the accounts to them going to, onion routed addresses like WikiLeaks and the Pirate Bay and the dark markets. I mean, I've already expected this, so this isn't, I've done lots of education into Bitcoin. I know that it's pseudo-anonymous. I know that my address has been getting verified, right? The more that I post it to YouTube, right, saying that it's a donational address, the more I buy at Coinbase or Gemini or Cash App.
The more you mess with your ledger, well, it's actually hooked up.
The more you're depositing to it, or you send from it to buy this or that, or get a gift card, or sell a little bit of it.
Yeah, yes, but in the same aspect, it's like we're talking like how you watch the horrible CSI stuff, and it's like not every murder gets like 17 people to figure out who did it.
Right.
I mean, if me or you were murdered, we'd get one dude who was like an alcoholic chain smoker, like that had like a mistress and a wife. Like at no time, it was just like whoever it was. Yep, those are yep, done. But these ones, so it's the same. Yes, but I still go with unless you are doing really shady things or you're moving a lot of Bitcoin in and out of that address. why would they want to chain analysis you or whatnot all the way down to find out who you are?
That's one line of thinking. The other line of thinking is that the government and the fine
They want to
corporation,
know everybody.
they want to know everything.
Yes.
They already want to know everything. They realize that this is going to be a currency of the future. They're collecting it on the back end. They're collecting all the data because knowledge is power. If you know who has what and where their wallets and all of this stuff, then you extort them.
Then you're talking like what Vengeance says. It sounds like terror. Okay, I mean, like an attempt to get crypto people to believe that feds are all powerful and can trace everything to any, so they surrender and pay. I mean, this is talking where, like, really, so we're gonna get drone bombed, like that kind of. I mean, yes, I get that. Okay, I mean, just,
they're already doing that in other countries, Samantha. They use metadata from the internet to determine that this person that's on a terrorist watch list is at a certain location, and they send a drone in and they bomb that place. And they sometimes don't care about who else is around. I mean, and that stuff comes up on the news all the time. Or they try to keep some of it quiet because so many innocent people are hurt. I mean, so the ideal of them just turning that on to us, it just means that we're talking down the road further where the revolution is at our doorsteps. Not now, where we're all sitting here and the revolution is under the surface and we're all getting to play nice. But at some point,
when they're actively trying to snuff
right. But as the dollar bill breaks down and people aren't actually capable of affording the food that they need to feed their family, to be able to keep the shelter over their head, then you become, when you have nothing to lose, right? Then you need martial law.
Okay. Yes.
Well, I mean, how many people have to be homeless in the streets because of some sort of financial crisis before they start rioting, before they start unionizing together saying this is wrong? We're just building the tool to help empower them.
The revolution will be built off Bitcoin.
Well, okay. The only positive thing I did see in this article is they are saying that CoinJoin pretty much works. That when similar addresses come together with the CoinJoin, that it kind of messed up some of their data. So they just pull that data out to be able to continue their analysis.
But then that makes it harder because you're pulling out a good chunk of...
But it could eliminate you from their searches.
Yes, because you're just one of the 10 or whatever, and as long as you don't have lots of other shit going on, then yeah.
So I seen that our mixing video that we did the other day, finally, I mean, we got it posted, we finally made it, yay, us, that it actually has quite a few views for our videos. We're up to like 75 views on it.
That is a lot for
so
us.
If you guys haven't watched it, you should go over and check it out. I show you how to go to a Bitcoin laundry mixer, right? Using the Tor browser and use it to send a transaction, right? And we actually put a delay in this one.
Yeah, for an hour.
We didn't look at that transaction. We had looked at the mistake transaction before so that you could see it on the backside with the Block Explorer, and that the addresses for 3 hops before were not our address. So it's not like they took our Bitcoin, sent them to a couple of wallets, and then sent the same Bitcoin back to us. That it is that they have a pool of Bitcoin that they're constantly hopping around and then hop it to you.
Yes, because they were saying they had reserve pools and they just kind of like, mucked it up and
I mean,
add back out.
For a $2 transaction fee,
it's another little peace of mind, like just how we're saying right now, where, oh, well, that's kind of still traceable even when you don't think it is. Well, throw that bad boy in a blender and see how traceable it is. I mean, not as much.
Yeah, I mean, it does come to the part where, time is your friend. And if you do have a half a Bitcoin or something, why not in little bits send it from one wallet to another through the mixer once every month, like a tenth of it.
Right. Just kind of like,
like, well,
like
usually what I do is I hop from wallet
little
to wallet. I'll make a couple wallets, split it.
All right, so our Raptorman said that he was not getting notices. Oh,
that's not good. They turn them off. You got to hit that bell, and you got to hit all of them, not the occasional.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Vengeance says, that's why I mix any coins I buy. Good man.
Nice.
And Nomadic Giant is here. He says, hola.
Nice. I'm glad that you could make it, my friend. I appreciate it. All right, you guys. That was about all I had for news, though. I thought we'd come out here and talk about that. I mean, we've seen all kinds of stuff happening. It's been 2 days since I've been out here. They're pushing through with Libra, right? We've seen that.
Yep,
We've seen that
check it
everybody is.
along.
Man, he is not stopping.
Nope. He's all sorts of roostering out. Sorry, guys.
I forgot where I was.
Libra.
No, I was moving on. Oh, that everyone's waiting for back, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right. The price dipping below $10,000 beforehand. I don't know if that's a good indicator or if that's just them trying to keep the price down, get cheap Bitcoin before it spikes up. We know that these cryptocurrency markets are extremely manipulated.
Yep, suppress. Ugh.
So just be careful, right? Never buy a whole bunch of Bitcoin at one time. You know, don't ever mortgage your house. There is tomorrow and you need somewhere to live.
Right. Don't spend all your food money,
Yeah.
just simple things, Maybe spend all your lunch money, for the week. Just not all your food money, not all your mortgage.
I don't know. I told quite a few people over the last couple of days during my new adventure about Bitcoin. So maybe we turned a few people on. If you guys make it over to the channel, just comment down below and let me know that you made it over here. That'd be kind of cool to see you guys and continue talking.
Oh, I'm thinking I'm going to start. We have 2 new owners. They're like mid-20s to early 30s, younger Indian
prime
males.
age to turn on to Bitcoin.
And I have found that a lot of people from other countries actually have a lot more knowledge, even if they don't care about it, than people in the United States, sadly. Like, usually when I say Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, nothing, blank stare of what words did you just say? But I have talked to people from England and from Saudi Arabia, and like they are like, oh yeah, I know what Bitcoin is, and it's like, so I'm thinking maybe I can strike up a conversation with the new owners. I don't know. They're prime, like right there. They're guys.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Please go ahead, comment in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking, what you got going on. Other than that, I think we're going to start winding down this episode. It might be a solo episode tomorrow. There's a big football game, so Samantha's probably going to be up at the hotel till fairly late.
Ooh, probably.
But I'll get out here. I'm not working tomorrow. I'll go ahead and bring you guys an episode. I'll see if I can't get some news together. Come out here, chat with you guys, spread some more Bitcoin awareness. Besides that, I got a couple links down below to the other social media platforms that I'm posting out to. There's also 2 email links. One's a Proton, one's a regular mail. If you have any questions, please shoot them to me. I offer free email help desk service. There's no 0.1 Bitcoin or 0.01 Bitcoin to go ahead and get questions answered from me. And I'll help you with all of the beginning introductory stuff about getting started in Bitcoin, exchanges, how to hold your Bitcoin properly, how to get it off the exchange.
Dominic Giant says, I've been using GBTC to trade Bitcoin in a Roth IRA. How will back work? Just a new symbol, or like back is the future? So
Bakkt is going to be its own platform that's going to be offering futures contracts. It'd be like going to BitMEX.
Yes. So, but it will be.
It's its own like exchange.
The Roth IRA,
deal.
like, can you, because it is U.S. based, would you be able to get it in some of your stupid retirement funny things and whatnots, like stocks?
I mean, to be honest, you're talking stuff that's a little beyond me. I don't have an IRA. I didn't work for a company or invest in my retirement.
Yeah, right.
My retirement is Bitcoin. So I've never cashed out a 401k or anything like that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, I've read on a few of these things. I'm not sure how well they're going to work out.
It says, futures. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure though, because it is going to be like U.S. bet. You might be able to get it. Like, I mean, I do know that you can buy stocks and have stuff in your retirement crap or whatever, like as your portfolio of retirement. I mean,
this is one of those things that they've been talking about, is getting the institutional retirement investments into Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. That's what these ETFs are for and stuff.
All right, so
because that's where the retirement funds would buy in. They would buy in at the ETF. They wouldn't buy in on a futures contract at Bakkt.
Right, but the ETF would buy. Like, yes, everybody evil. Yes, like okay. Our afterman says it will not allow him to hit the bell. Grr. Well, damn it, YouTube. Find that.
I post to Twitter usually a few minutes at least before I go ahead and come out, and I also post to the Facebook, which nobody follows me on besides our good friends Paul Rouleau, Josh, and Katie.
Yay!
And a few of my family members.
You know, some aunts and uncles.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Once you post up to Facebook and they start coming out the woodworks.
I know. Distant relatives galore. Our afterman says that he just told a friend about BTC and that she's getting into it soon.
All right. Yeah, it seems
the more
like it
you
has
know.
been long enough from the 20K, and now that you're getting that we're staying steady at the 10K, and that I've been able to say 10,000, 10,000, 10,000 multiple times for several weeks now to people, they're starting to seem more like, oh, you said you can buy part of one?
Uh-huh. Oh, like a small part? Like
Small as $5.
$5? Oh, everybody's got $5. Yep. Oh, Andy Anderson is here. He says hello or hi everyone.
Oh, Andy.
Nomadic Giant, man, I don't want to hate you, bro. But he says off to breakfast on the beach. Life with a backpack and Bitcoin. Yep. That's what I'm hoping for, okay?
Yeah.
I'm
but I
hoping
gotta
in
pay
10,
for
12
two.
years. Well, he's got a wife too. Remember, she's the little shorty.
Right, I forgot.
Although she might not actually be short. She just looks short next to you in the pictures. But yeah,
we all look short next to him.
I know, right? You got us all beat. Ooh, $3 for a big breakfast and a coffee. That is Eugene written all over it.
All right, Sam. These mosquitoes are starting to come out.
All right. Oh, our Raptorman said he figured the bell out. Yay!
All right, buddy. I appreciate it. I expect to see you here a little bit more than my friend. I'll probably be doing a solo episode tomorrow, like I said. I do appreciate you guys coming out. Hit the thumbs up button. It really helps a lot with the show. Things have been picking up a little bit. The viewer subscriber account has gone down a couple people, but I think that's just YouTube deleting like junk accounts. But we've been getting consistently, the views have been getting higher. Not a lot, but there's been an extra 5 to 10 every single episode as we continue along.
Which is super
and that's
awesome.
great because I love that this community is starting to get back on track with getting out there and spreading the awareness, because there are going to be new people coming in soon. We all have to get out there and do our part. Bitcoin has no marketing department. We have to educate them properly so we don't have a reoccurrence of the last one where everyone thinks that this is a throw my money at every project and get me a Lambo, right? Because that's a good analogy for what 2017 was. We need a much more, the dollar bill's not working, let's try this. Verifying numbers, right? All right, you guys. Go have a great evening. Take care of each other. Don't drink and drive this weekend. And remember to keep that BTC safe. Later.
Bye, guys.